Oh, yeah. Looks like I've got some movies to review. What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I found this. This is my YouTube notebook. It's been beaten up to heck and back. It's covered in Equestria girl stickers. It's been beaten up to heck and back. But I wrote down a bunch of movies I was going to review in this thing. And a lot of them I never got to. Most of them I never got to. So I thought, let's just go ahead and look at what's on the list for this review. And it looks like our review for today is going to be, well, looky here, the Smurfs. Let's review this, shall we? The Smurfs, which is a movie that came out a while ago. It's a CGI live-action film, which a lot of people have a problem with. It's about the Smurfs. There's this blue moon that gets them sent to our world, and then they team up with Neil Patrick Harris to basically stop Gargamel and they're trying to get back home. And sounds like a recipe for a disaster, correct? And most of the time when you put characters into our world, where our world doesn't exist apparently, fans get mad. I'm not gonna lie to you on that one. Fans get extremely mad about stuff like that. And this movie did not break any records, except for maybe a very hated film. This movie was not very positively accepted. Most people didn't even enjoy this movie. It got pretty negative feedback when it came out. It's got negative feedback since then. But VeggieTales Random's got a little thing to say about this film. Honestly, and it just could be because when I first watched this film, I was looking at movies from a critical perspective. I don't hate this movie. And even looking at it from a critical standpoint, still don't hate the movie. And yes, you can't just say, it's like, oh, because you didn't grow up watching the Smurfs, you couldn't appreciate the Smurfs, it wasn't your generation. One, be quiet. I had Cartoon Network and Boomerang. Those aired on there. I watched the Smurfs. And boy, did I love the Smurfs when I was little. There's one episode specifically I remember where Vanity Smurf, he gets his nose turned into a jewel, like a golden with like gems, gold nose like gems all over it. That's really cool. But what do I have to say about this film? I do see the hate. I do understand the hate around the movie. Everyone wanted a full-on normal Smurfs movie, which we did get that years later, and I've already reviewed that movie. But honestly, I didn't hate this film, and it's just for some reason it's packed with celebrities. That is a problem films have. But honestly, for the celebrities they got, I really couldn't find much problem with them, especially since they were really recognizable because there was Katy Perry, George Lopez, Neil Patrick Harris. But the thing is, I don't think, most of the time, whoever they got to play Papa Smurf, I don't know who it is, I think it was a good choice, Papa Smurf. Honestly, he sounds a lot wiser and older than he does in the cartoon, which I like, because he's supposed to be the big Papa, the big. And the CGI, for the most part, looks alright. I like it. It doesn't look too bad. Some CGI has looked a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse CGI. Now we get into the fact that they're put into the real world. I don't have much of a problem with it. One thing a lot of people did have a problem with is the fact that when they drift from the Smurfs and focus on Neil Patrick Harris, which honestly, yeah, I do actually see the hatred towards that, and it is a little bothersome. But honestly, I don't hate it as much as most people do. Yeah, it's a unnecessary distraction. I'll say that. But the Smurfs, it's not awful. I could really argue with you on that left and right. This movie's not awful. I don't think it's awful. Do you think it's awful? I don't think this film is awful. I never have thought this film was awful. I don't think it deserves the anger and hate it gets, because it's still an entertaining film, regardless what most critics say. The Smurfs is just something I still generally enjoy as a film, and I think it's pretty fun and funny. At some points, yeah, a lot of jokes do fall flat. There's some stuff that's really unnecessary for this one, and there's stuff that happens in this one that you just like, and you look back at the new one, and you're like, huh? And there's like, it makes no sense at some points. There is stuff not to like about this movie. I cannot lie. But Hank Azaria, I think that's who plays him, as Gargamel, is the best part of this movie. I don't care what you say. That voice, Matt, is perfect for Gargamel. And that he plays Gargamel so well, and I love it. I must get them Smurfs. It's just played so well, and it's just done to such a good extent that it's just, he is the best parts of this movie. And I do like the fact that this movie did well enough to get a sequel, because, well, it just did. But with that being said, there is still some negative. There's a lot of negatives about this movie. Some unnecessary plot points. The fact that the Smurfs comic exists, and that confuses me. And I just really don't know, like, there's some world building questions I have, like, how does that make sense? And this happens, but this happens too. And there is some stuff within this world of the Smurfs that makes no sense for this film. And I will say with there's just some dumb direction in that. And a lot of people get confused. I've seen this in a lot of reviews. There's one scene in the movie, because like Gargamel's trying to extract their essence instead of, well, apparently eating them, from what I remember. Like I was saying, mine is blanked. Everyone's saying they're trying to extract the essence from Papa Smurf, and that's where it goes through onions. And everybody's like confused, like, why is onions hurting him? No, the onions are making him cry so they can get the essence. I feel bad having to defend a Smurfs movie. Why am I defending this movie? I don't know. It's not like it's something I 100% am a big fan of, so I have to defend it. But like I said, the movie doesn't deserve all the hate it gets. It does deserve some of it, but being called a genuinely awful movie doesn't deserve that. If you don't like it, that's fine. I enjoyed it nonetheless. And most of my opinion, I didn't like Doctor Strange. My opinion's a piece of crap, ain't it? But the things in this movie, some things work, some things do not. But I'm going to have to give the rating a solid 3 out of 5. I can't give it lower than that. I got to give it a solid 3 out of 5. It's not that bad. So I hope you guys did enjoy that review. Before we leave, I do want to bring up another thing about this notebook. This was my YouTube notebook, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And I need to clear up some things. There are a bunch of movies that I have written down to review and videos. But I'm just focusing on, that's the whole reason why I'm using this notebook, is because of all these movies that I've written down I wanted to review. And I think I should probably point them out. A couple of them. I can find it. So I have a list here. Some of these I've already done, like an E.T., not cool, Lego Movie, Little Panda Fighter, It 2017, My Little Pony Equestria Girls. I think the next film I'm probably going to review is, and I have a pen here, I can mark Smurfs off my review list because it has been reviewed. Now, every time I go to review a movie now that's been in this book, I will bring this book up. Not sure which one of these movies I want to review next. There are some, I did list a bunch of the Disney Channel movies in this book, but I'm going to just scribble those out because I'm going to get to all those eventually. But the next review that's not going to be a Scooby-Doo or Monster High or Disney Channel original movie, you can expect me to review. You know what? You can expect me to review Smosh the movie. So I'm going to put a little star by it in my book so you guys know. So I remember that's the one that's getting reviewed next. But guys, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I went off for rails with that. But guys, Smurfs review, what do you guys think of the movie yourself? Tell me in the comment section below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!